Good morning. It's June 9th. Once again, I had the car because I'm heading out to the West Canada Country Club to write. So I'm actually starting along Gordon Road, right on the edge of town here. That's a community garden over there, I believe. And I'm just going to walk down in this neighborhood, which I've never walked in before. See where it takes me. It occurred to me as I was setting this up with the gimbal and the phone on it and pointing it at Gordon Road here, where people do drive sometimes a little faster than they should, but I probably looked like an undercover cop with his radar gun. So and see, it's very green over there. It rained last night, so everything's very damp. Quite a lot of rain. It was great. And more rain in the forecast, actually. Showers for the next couple of days. So see what happens there. Oh, good. And of course, I decided to walk along someplace where they've got dirt piled up, which is probably mud this morning. So yes, once I've done this, I'll be heading on out to write. I got quite a bit done yesterday. Got a good chunk of the Tangled Stars. It's moving along very quickly now. The end is in sight. I don't know if I'll get there this week. When I said that yesterday, I forgot I have a fire. University of Regina, I thought it was a fire station, but it's not. Technology Development Facility. Now the question is, do I just walk along Gordon Road, or do I do my patented... There's piles of dirt everywhere. I think I'll go at least one more block so I don't have to worry about the dirt. Oh, there's a sidewalk on the other side. That would be better. So I'll cross if I can without getting run over. Go, University of Regina Technology Development Facility. If you're there on Facebook or YouTube, say hello. We're right, as I said, on the edge of town right now. The ring road is out there, which is a road that takes you around Regina. Sort of ring-shaped, one might say. There's actually a very expensive and recently completed bypass even further out, which has reduced the amount of truck traffic coming into East Regina along Victoria Avenue, which is where the Trans-Canada used to come. Well, it still does, but you can now avoid the city if you're traveling cross-country on the Trans-Canada and go completely around it. See, there's water on the streets, or on the sidewalks. Comfortable temperature, about 12 degrees. 13, only going to 22 today. Very fresh. Smells like that wonderful just rain smell, probably because it just rained. And I don't actually know what they call this neighborhood. Is it still Hillsdale? I really don't know. Okay, we'll start zigging and see where that takes us. Had a few people joined me yesterday as I walked, so if you're there, let me know on Facebook or YouTube. More mud. Get across the street. Oh, there's a school bus. That must be what that kid back there is waiting for. probably didn't see him, but I did. Although this is just parked, hasn't started running yet. Oh, there's Roger. Hi, Roger. Down south of Gordon Road. Gordon Road at the moment. Clearly recycling day here as well. It's recycling day at our house too. I put out the blue bin last night. Yes, and The Tangled Stars, my next novel for Dog Books, which I'm working on now. I passed the 100,000 word mark yesterday. I think the draft when I submit it will probably be around 120,000 words. I can't tell yet. Might be less. Morning. My stories tend to get longer once the editor has made her comments. The contract was at 150, but that was just a guess based on the outline. It didn't affect the advance, so it's not something the publisher will be concerned about. What else did I do yesterday? Delivered some copies of the Massive Agrima books to a Kickstarter backer who lives here in Regina. Apparently he's a chiropractor because I dropped them off at a chiropractor's office, which was his place of business. More children waiting for a school bus, I would think. If we keep going this way, we will eventually hit the edge of town again. Interesting to see what that looks like from here. I've known a couple of people that live down in this neck of the city. All the pretty blue boxes all in a row. It's a little earlier today because I had to take my wife. I drove her to the condo where she's been working. She's still on an at-home basis. She doesn't go back to the office till August, it looks like. So she works in our condo, which is not currently occupied by anybody. Still furnished, though. And they were working in the parking lot underneath the condo building today. Well, there's a park, but it's too wet to walk into. There's no path. Anyway, she had something that had to be there a little earlier than usual, so that made me a little earlier than usual. For anything I have to drive to, starting from home, I often start about 8 o'clock. Always a sign of a road without much traffic when they set up the basketball net facing onto the street. Go play in the street. Looks like we can go this way again. This is a crescent, so this will probably bend us around. Yeah. Dougal Crescent. There's something familiar about that name. But it did say crescent, not place, so I shouldn't run into a dead end here. Always fun, not actually knowing what's around the next bend. That's a big old tree. Yeah, I would say the other side of those houses is just the buffer zone between here and the ring road, which I can hear. Always off to my left. I don't know if that carries onto the mic or not. But if you're hearing traffic noise, it's coming from the ring road to the left, just past these houses. Well, past these houses and across the field. It's cool this morning. It's also very muggy. Not surprising. Thought it might still be showering this morning, but no, the sun came out. One of these days, probably on a Friday when I walk around the lake, I'll do a non-talking walk. If I can bring myself not to talk. I'll label it that up front so nobody's wondering why I'm not talking. Let's go around the poodle. I don't know, can I go left further down here? Or is this just a little roundabout again? Oh. Hello, Kirk from Vancouver. Walking way down south the Gordon Road, right on the edge of town here today. Over there, you can see the cars zipping by on the ring road. So I don't think there'll be any going further to the left here. No, it just does a little wide spot and goes around this way. That house looks familiar. I may have been in that house. The one there. I'm not 100% sure. It may belong to family of a friend of ours. It may. Not promising anything. Yeah, there won't be any going any further south because we're hard up against the ring road back there. So we'll zigzag up toward the north here now, again. Oh, there's a park up there. Maybe I should go up and check it out on my way by. And again, well, that was a surprise. That was a little patch of mud, and it was as thick as ice. I almost went down. I haven't fallen yet doing this. I would rather not. That would be a hard choice. Do I let the gimbal go flying? Do I sacrifice my own body to save the gimbal? See, I should have zigzagged back there. I just wanted to come up here because there's a park. See if there's a path, but I don't think there is. It just looks like a big patch of grass from here. Yeah. Way too wet to walk in without a path. So I'm going to go back down to the corner and follow my proper path. Sorry to say, I keep intending to turn on Map My Walk, which is an app I have, which will give me a little map of exactly where I've walked. And every morning I think of that, and then about the time I'm setting everything up, I forget it. But there's always tomorrow. I'll map my walk tomorrow. Come tomorrow. There'll be apps. If you walk along Gordon Road far enough, you come to Albert Street. We're not on Gordon at the moment. We're one block south of it, I think. But eventually you reach Gordon Road. Oh, somebody walking a dog. There's always somebody walking a dog. Yeah, this is Shannon. It's where you need smell-o-vision. You can smell that wonderful post-rain smell. And the air is all clean and damp and muggy a little bit. Oh, I like that house. I like the color of it and the dormer windows. Oh, it's got a nice porch too. I do like a good front porch. A big porch reminds me of the South. That's a little small porch by Southern standards, but oh, somebody on a skateboard coming my way. Running into lots of people on this sidewalk kind of surprises me. I don't know why. People live here. It's morning. They're going places and doing things. There are two cats by the tree there, but there's somebody watching them, so I didn't want to point at them. They gave me a very suspicious look, as only cats can. All right, we'll zig back up this way to the north. The Apple Health app keeps telling me I walk at about 6 kilometers an hour, so that must be roughly what I'm walking on each of these walks, 6 or 7 kilometers. What have we got here? It's a church. Whitmore Park. Oh, that's where we are. Whitmore Park. Okay. I wasn't sure what the neighborhood was called. Whitmore Park Community Church. That's the same way I made sure I was in Hillsdale yesterday. Was Hillsdale Baptist Church. Very useful. I don't know if that's built as a church or if it was a former school or something. Hard to tell just looking at it. It does kind of have an old school look, so probably it was a school. Church of Christ, which I used to go to regularly. It's in an old school here too, after it moved from its small church building that's on, or was, I don't know if it's still there or not, 7th and Pasqua. Schools work really well for churches because they can use the gym as their auditorium, and it's the other side of that park that does not have a path through it. It's just a big green space, a couple of park benches. Must be a daycare or something over there. There's a bunch of kids. There's the park, such as it is. This will be Gordon Road up here again. No, it's Grant Road. Maybe I've never been on Gordon Road. Maybe it's always Grant Road on this side. Okay, well anyway. It's unlikely you're following along on Google Maps anyway. Grant Road, not Gordon Road. Right here. Guess we've been south of Grant Road. Yeah, that's right. It doesn't connect to Gordon, now that I think about it, I guess. Oh well. But I am the time. Once we get to about half an hour in, I'll start to wind my way back the other direction. So far, it's been 22 minutes. I suspect there's many opportunities to end up in a dead end here. I think that's just a place there, but I'll still cross over to see. Oh, no, it's a road, so let's see where it takes us. Is this the road that led to the house where we used to have meetings for Regina Lyric Light Opera on the board, which is more or less where I met my wife. We were in a show together, but it was more through the board meetings. That was 17 Manor Place, if I remember right. And I think we came up Orchard here, and then just kind of zigged over there. Am I right? That's it, I think. Hard to see in the sun. It's not the way I'm going today, though. You know, got to stick to my guns. Oh, no, that's not Manor Place. Still, oh, there's no sidewalk on that. There's no sidewalk on either side. Still, it was around here somewhere. Maybe it was another road over or something. Drove here so many times, but it was, at this point, well, 30 years ago, 25 years ago probably, before we started meeting somewhere else. They don't like sidewalks. They do like gardens. And there's a working crew up there. I don't know what that's about. Nice lilac, still has some life left in it, bloom-wise. Another one over there. Morning. City crew for something, don't know what. There are alleys here I could go down, but again, they're mostly just grass. And while they'd be lovely to walk down, everything's so wet. I don't want to go down there today, maybe on some other walk down this way. Here's the sidewalk. This is Dufferin Road. Tomorrow I get my second vaccination, tomorrow morning at 8:30, so I don't know what that'll do to the walk tomorrow. Might be an afternoon walk, depending on how I feel, I guess. Vaccines rarely cause me any under the weatherness, but of course this isn't the usual thing. And I'm also mixing the AstraZeneca and the Pfizer, which I, after doing some reading on, decided to go with. But that's supposed to increase the risk of minor side effects, so we'll see. I had nothing at all from the first shot. Flu shots never do anything to me. Shingles vaccine had me a little meh for a little while, but nothing major. Tomorrow's also the annual meeting of Sask Books, the Saskatchewan Publishers Association, and I think I'm going to be on the board after tomorrow, so that's at 11, and with the shot at 8:30, there's only a small window in there if I want to walk in the morning, so it's another little park, Daffodil Park. I don't see any actual daffodils, but no path in there either, so again, the grass is too wet to walk in. Another view. Do I have a sidewalk over here? Not really. Still, that's the way I want to go, so I'll take my chances. Oh, this is going to curve me back around. Well, maybe I'll go up one more block so I can keep going to the left a little further, maybe. Or does this one end as well? Nope, because the car just came around the corner. I don't think half an hour is long enough to get me all the way to Albert Street, but we'll see. Monday morning, instead of walking around the creek, I'm taking one of my cars in for service, and I'm going to walk down around South Albert, down that area, because that's where the car thing is. The car thing. It says Durham Drive. Let's see where Durham Drive takes me. And I'll probably, the next opportunity, I'll start to work my way back the other direction. Oh, well, that's a place. If I go down there, I'm stuck for sure. So we'll keep following around this way. So yeah, I think up here at this next intersection I will turn right, which will start me back in the general direction of where I want to go. It's a busier road. That will tell me where I am. See if I'm where I think I am. There's another bit of a park here. Oh, it's not a park, it's a church. What church is it? I think it's a church. It does not have an obvious sign of any sort, not on this side. Oh yeah, we're back to Grant Road. Okay. I can just walk all the way down Grant now to get back to the car. Didn't actually walk on it very much, so. Hillsdale Baptist on Grant Road. Because I walked by Hillsdale Baptist not on Grant Road yesterday. So I guess this is a sister congregation. Yeah, if you look at yesterday's, I walked by Hillsdale Baptist over in Hillsdale. This is Hillsdale Baptist in Whitmore Park, I guess. There's a stop sign here I can cross over. Let's decide if I'm going to keep along Grant or zigzag some more. Oh, here's where Gordon Road intersects. Now I get it. I know exactly where I am. Well, that being the case, I might as well walk down a little bit further this way, because I'm practically at Albert Street, which, as you will recall from previous lectures, I'm also at 30 minutes, so I don't want to go much further that way. But if you look down that way, you'll see the lights, and that's Albert Street, the main north-south drag. But I don't want to go down that way. I will go back this way now. And there you go, Albert Street down there. And go around to the right, and that'll get me back, heading back to where the car is. Because I'm at the half-hour mark, so it's time to head home. That's why I always think of Grant Road as Gordon Road, is because of that intersection. You're on Gordon Road when you start this way, then it turns into Grant Road. It's good to know. That's half an hour. That basically means you can walk from the university to the university from Albert Street in about 45 minutes, based on that. 50 maybe. Certainly possible. So I don't want to zig any further to the left. I'm running into a lot of kids now. Well, not literally, metaphorically. Heading to school somewhere. They're headed my way too. I don't know why. Just cross the street to avoid them. For some reason, they seem to be all on that side. one of our long, straight sidewalks. Oh, I think there's a school up here maybe. I see a sign peeking through the... Oh no, that's probably the strip mall. Yeah, that's what that'll be. So if you were with me yesterday, I walked to Campbell Collegiate. Campbell Collegiate's just off to the left and up a few blocks, not too far. And the strip mall up here, I know it best, has where Tumblers is located, which is a pizza joint, which we've often come to for post-show parties over the years. Was there for some sort of political thing as well. For a politician I wasn't going to vote for, but he was a friend, so. Nice guy, wrong party. Not his fault. Well, it is his fault. No, for belonging to the wrong party. Not that I belong to any party. I voted for all three parties. But in that particular election, he belonged to the wrong party. From my point of view. We're still allowed to have points of view, aren't we? If I say I have a point of view, will YouTube ban me? That used to be a recycling depot, now it's level 10 fitness. Is Tumblers even still here? I think Tumblers is gone. Used to be there where that yellow truck is, just past the Circle K. Huh. Well, it has been a long time since I've been down here. Yeah. It looks like it's gone. Or else it's all part of this S&H cuisine. Anyway, Tumblers is definitely not there anymore. Wonder if that was before or after COVID. Okay, I'd like to get over the street here. So I'm going to start wending my way to the right again. Everything is very, very green. And very, very damp. Which is good. I keep reading we're supposed to have a really dry summer and then we get these big rains. We've had a couple of them this spring, so makes the farmers happy, I presume, at this time of year still. Provided they've seeded, which I'm sure they have. It's later, harvest time, you want it dry and sunny for a while. And during the summer, so to a certain amount of dry, sunny weather. It's never perfect. When I was at the Weyburn Review and covered agricultural things, things were never perfect. If you had a really good harvest, then we'd be writing stories about elevator congestion. Of course, there were grasshoppers. One year they were terrible grasshoppers, I remember. Like the sides of our house were carpeted and we lived out in the country. Well, actually, it's an apartment building, but up about half a meter from the ground or higher, it'd be almost solid grasshoppers late in the day as they crawled up to get the sun. And don't even ask me what my car looked like when I had to drive out in the country. Then there was the year of the rabbit plague. Rabbits everywhere, stripping all the bark from the trees in the parks. Which rhymes, kind of. Should probably... I'm actually going north, and I don't really need to go north. I need to keep going east. Academy Park Road. Oh, that'll work. Oh, no sidewalk on this side. Or the other side. What's with that? Why are these sidewalks entirely, apparently, designed for cars? These areas. Oh, another nice little park there. Or is it the same one? No, don't think so. I prefer to be on the other side of the street, facing traffic, until I find a sidewalk. Yeah, I don't want to zig to the left anymore. I want to keep going east. Straight into the sun. Keeping an eye on the little thin coatings of mud, since I almost slipped and fell on one earlier. Academy Park Road. Yeah, it's really slippery where the mud is. Wish I had a sidewalk. I never thought about it being slippery this morning. On the other hand, I never thought about running out of sidewalks. Maybe there'll be a sidewalk at this corner, on at least one side. I think there may be one on the other side, at least. Yes, looks like it. Oh, both sides. How modern. Oh. Oh yes, so here I am back. Pretty close now. This may be shorter than I thought. So we are back on Grant Road, where I commented on the piles of dirt as I was walking this way to begin with. So I'm going to go over to the other side, even though my car's on this side, just to avoid the mud. Or not, because there's cars coming. It's not too bad as long as it's in front of somebody's driveway. Not technically mud, more like a pile of asphalt. I'm clearly laying all this pipe here. Is this part of the lead pipe replacement process they're wanting to do in Regina? It could be. Morning. Dirt everywhere. And there's the University Technology, how was it called? Technology Development Center, something like that, up ahead, which means the car is close. I have been recognized by a dog, or not recognized, but detected. Well, that was a very residential walk. There weren't very many architectural or other exciting highlights, just lots of green trees and grass.
Good day.
Morning. Yes, University of Regina Technology Development Center. You know, I've always thought that was a fire station. I wonder if it used to be a fire station. And again, there's that's the plains over there. It used to be a hospital and now is part of SciAst. The Saskatchewan Institute of Applied Science and Technology, I believe that stands for. Then there's that community garden I pointed out before on the other side of the street. And out beyond that, you'll see the cars going by on the ring road. And I'm heading out past the plains. The Wascana Golf Club is out past the plains and to the left from here, where I will be riding now for the rest of the morning after breakfast. So the car is just a little way further up here. As far as I know, I had one Facebook viewer and one YouTube viewer, but not everybody may have said hi. So if you're there, this is kind of your last chance to say hi. There's a bicycle coming, but I'm just up here, parked on the street. I felt like walking back was shorter, so I probably didn't do a full hour after all. Let me see, what does it say? Yeah, it actually ended up at quite a bit shorter than I thought, so I guess I should have walked on down to Albert while I was down there. Oh well. Here I am, at the car. So that's it for today. Thanks for coming with me, either live or watching the replay. I'll be back tomorrow. Bye for now.